Welcome to your Market Fluency Daily Brief. It's Friday, February 13th, and you know what? Today was all about the ceasefire. After a really brutal week, completely dominated by what everyone was calling the AI panic, the bleeding in the stock market, it finally stopped. It was like a ceasefire was declared right there on the trading floors. The S&P 500 ended the day basically flat, up just 5 basis points. But hey, don't mistake that for indecision. This was a collective sigh of relief, a real relief rally right before the long weekend. And the savior today? Well, it was a cooler-than-expected inflation report. CPI data came in at 2.4%, and that really calmed everyone's nerves about future rate cuts and just stopped the sell-off dead in its tracks.
So is the panic over?
For now, but the real story is in who actually won the day. And that brings us to our first deep dive, Applied Materials. They are the undisputed king of chip equipment. Their ticker is AMAT. And today, their chart showed investors exactly what they wanted to see, a massive high-volume breakout that just completely defied the nervous feeling we had all week. The move itself was staggering, a 14.1% surge, all on the back of their latest earnings report. I mean, a move this big for a giant like AMT tells you something really significant is happening just under the surface of the market. So let's get to the driver, because this is the crucial point. This illustrates the split in the AI trade perfectly. You've got software stocks crashing because people fear they'll be replaced by AI. But someone still has to build the physical machines, right? The hardware that actually runs the AI. And Applied Materials, they explicitly credited rising investments linked to AI computing for their fantastic profits.
So for AMAT, it's a classic picks and shovels play.
Exactly. They are selling the essential equipment for the big AI gold rush. Next up, let's talk about a complete shocker from the electric vehicle space. This is a company that, honestly, many people had written off for dead. Of course, that would be Rivian, ticker RIVN. This EV maker has been beaten down for months, which just made today's action all the more dramatic. The stock just absolutely skyrocketed, jumping 26.6%. And look, this wasn't just some small gain. This was a classic short squeeze. That's when all the investors who are betting against the stock are forced to buy it back, pushing the price even higher. And this right here gets to the heart of the matter. Wall Street basically expected a funeral, but instead, Rivian signaled that their aggressive cost-cutting measures are finally starting to work. They beat expectations when the bar was frankly set at 0.
So just surviving is enough to pop 26%?
In this sector, right now, you better believe it. It just shows you how incredibly low the expectations were. Survival is the new growth story. Okay, for our final deep dive, we're going to turn to the crypto space. It had a real Phoenix-like revival today, led by its main bellwether stock. Yep, I'm talking about Coinbase, ticker Coin. This stock got dumped so heavily yesterday, but today, it didn't just erase those losses, it came roaring back with a vengeance. The stock rallied a powerful 16.5%. This was just a pure reversal trade. It's a sign that the market's appetite for risk and for speculation, well, it hasn't disappeared. It was just on a little pause. Now, what's really interesting here is the story the slide tells. On the left, you've got the fundamentals. Coinbase actually posted disappointing revenue numbers. But did investors care? Not at all. They completely ignored that. They looked right past it to the bar on the right, the price of Bitcoin, which was up 4%. They bought the stock purely on the momentum of the crypto market. All right, that brings us to our final section, your water cooler talking points, so you can sound smart on Tuesday. Regarding Applied Materials, here's what you say. The market is panicking about AI replacing software, but they're flocking to buy the company that builds the AI's brains. It's the classic sell the miners, buy the shovel makers trade. On Rivian's shocking rally, Rivian jumped 26%, not because they announced a flying car, but because they proved they aren't going bankrupt. The bar for EV stocks is so low right now that just still being open for business is worth billions. And for Coinbase, Coinbase is just a leveraged bet on Bitcoin. They missed their revenue targets, but nobody cared because crypto was up. It's like getting a bad performance review, but still getting a raise because your boss won the lottery. Rivian jumped 26% today out of nowhere. Is this the start of the great EV comeback? Or just a massive short squeeze trap before it drops again? Tell me if you are buying or selling this rally. Comment below and subscribe to Market Fluency for your daily edge.